Alright guys, sometime last year I did a review on the Blazer wireless switch panel. This thing right here. And now I finally had a chance to install it on my Chevy Colorado with a DIY PowerTray. I forget the actual company's name that makes these things, but it's usually a one-piece aluminum panel. It's very slick and it fits right in this area here. However, that thing is a little bit pricey, so I figured I could DIY it myself with parts I had laying around the house. So what this is made out of is a clear cutting board from some other scrapped project and some L brackets. So let's take a look at what I put on it and how I actually made it. So this is a fuse block. I'm not going to be using this right away, but this is kind of for like future expansion with this guy. So I kind of mocked everything up with this in mind. So it is velcroed on because everything here is very light and I'm only using two L brackets, one here and one here. And there is some flex, but I'm not really worried about it. Like I said, everything is very light. Then you have the Blazer unit. It's also velcroed on, but I just have a couple more pieces and it just kind of goes like that. So again, this is an L bracket. It goes onto an OEM bolt right there and slips right on. For hardware, I put riv nuts through the L brackets so then I can easily just run a screw, in this case, through. I anti-seized everything real well because I don't know the quality of these things, but if I feel like it in the future and I see these things kind of rusting out, I'll just replace everything with bolts. Over here, this L bracket is a very similar story. The only thing that is kind of custom is that the hole here originally has a clip to hold this hood cable. What I did is pull the clip out and I threw a riv nut in there also. Then I was able to run any type of bolt or screw in. In this case, it's also another screw to hold the L bracket on, and that's it. This L bracket here also has riv nuts through it, so I can run the screws in pretty easily. This way, I just don't need to like use a wrench in the back and hold up a nut to get everything installed. Makes install and removal really easy. I just really hope that the Phillips head screws kind of don't rust out on me, and then I have a problem getting them off. But again, that's something to think about in the future. As you can see, I've made a bunch of marks on this thing already, just because as I have this thing installed, I've come up with more ideas on how to make life with this thing much easier. For instance, I've kind of drew squares here and here that I want to cut out so I can run wires through. I have also kind of outlined a little bit more on what I want to cut out. Like I want to cut all this part out because then I get a little bit more room here so I can run wires from down there up into this switch panel and stuff like that, and then I can clear into this a little bit more so I can run wires through the side and tuck it in so I can hardwire to the battery and to the ground a lot easier. Anyways, again, the last thing I would probably do with this is just kind of throw a piece of vinyl over it so you don't see this crack and everything. Or I could just buy a new cutting board, maybe a black cutting board, and then don't even have to worry about anything at all. So there's a quick little overview on what I did on how I made a DIY PowerTray and stuff that I'm actually throwing on it. So hope this helps. Hope this gives you guys ideas. So thank you guys for watching.